If you have iOS 16 or later, you can use Asana's mobile app on your iPhone or iPad. I tend to only use the Asana app when I'm on a business trip, at a conference, or if I'm in a workshop and I can only check my phone quickly in between breaks. You can do most of the things we looked at in this course, create tasks, projects, create status updates, etc. But I find it can be a little bit cumbersome on the phone. So for me, I find it best when I use the Asana app just to check in, see what's going on, and quickly respond to any comments I may have received. I'm going to walk through the app a little bit now so you can get comfortable with it. You'll recognize the projects from what we've looked at in this course, which will help you to understand how the browser version we've been looking at compares to the iOS version. All right, so here I am on my iPhone. I have the Asana app installed. I'm not going to walk you through how to install and log in. I think that's pretty common sense, but let's just go ahead and open the app and see what we're looking at. So first, maybe down here at the bottom is the easiest place to just kind of visually look. So we have the home, my tasks, your inbox, a search, and then account where you can toggle between your different workspaces. So right now we're here in the home and it's got a few of these widgets. They're slightly different from what we see on the browser, but I think you're going to be familiar with all of them. So we have just a little notification that we have a task due today. Scrolling down, we have this section jump back in, which is the tasks that I've most recently been in or created, so I can quickly navigate back to those. We have our projects view, and we can toggle between our favorite projects or our recent projects. Scrolling down, we have our my tasks, and again, we can toggle overdue or due soon, and we could click here to go to my tasks, which will open down here at the bottom as well, the my tasks tab. Scrolling further down on the home, we have our comments mentioning me, which is just nice because, like I said, when I'm using Asana on the phone, I'm typically just quickly responding to comments and seeing what's happening. So this is just a really nice screen for me where I can see if anyone needs anything from me. You know, if I've been away from my laptop that day, then I can quickly unblock anyone who needs some help. And then further down, we have Teams and again to projects. Teams is not very useful because we're on the free version of Asana and we're not using that feature. We don't have an organization set up here. We're just in a workspace. So actually, if I click on Teams, it's not taking me anywhere. I don't have any other teams to choose from, but that's just how this app is set up. If I wanted to navigate to the other workspaces, I would go here to Account on the bottom right. And then from here, I can toggle to our Cookie Land workspace where I'm just right now here in the test workspace. And we see that there's this little yellow dot, and that's just letting us know there's also notifications that we should be looking at in the other workspace. But there is as well here in the task workspace, the yellow dot, so we know there's also notifications here. And if I go into the middle of the bottom here on inbox, we can see what those are. And those are just the same as what we saw actually on the home page of those two comments that were pending for me, one from Andrew and one from Layla. So if I click on this one from Andrew, we can have a look. What did he say? We're all set for the kickoff meeting agenda-wise. Should I order some snacks as well, as it's a 2-hour meeting? And I can just quickly let him know that yes, that's a great idea. Ugh, you see why I'm not very good on the phone. Please do. Perfect. And now he has that and he's unblocked. And if I go back, we can have a look at what Layla let us know. So she is working on this cast photo shoot models task. It always immediately pops down to the comment. That's not me on the phone dragging down. That's actually Asana pulling it down. So she's casting photo shoot models and she has some 2 models that she has selected and she's put me a link in OneDrive. So that's great. I'll take a look at that later. Thanks. All right, now going back to the home. So now I don't have any comments mentioning me here because I've gone ahead and resolved all that information. So back in the inbox, I can now swipe to the right and that will archive those notifications. And up here in the top right, I could hit archive all. if I had a lot of notifications and I didn't want to be constantly swiping them, but in this case, I just have two, so I'll just go ahead and swipe them. Right now I'm in the activity. If I wanted to go back to the archive, I can also hit this button here of archived, and then I could go ahead and unarchive that by, again, swiping to the right. So same as on the desktop, I can always go between the activity view and the archive view. So let me just go ahead and archive this other notification from Layla, and then we have a nice clean inbox.